Good morning, I'm Lani Salathiel and welcome to Good Morning Geelong. Well, what do you think of when you think of iconic Aussie symbols? Is it your beloved flip-flop thongs? Or maybe putting a snag on the Barbie? What about the good old-fashioned deck chair? Well, that's what I'm here to talk about today, the youth arts project known as Deck Chair Days. I'm here at the Paco Festa and Deck Chair Days launch, where the first 20 chairs are being unveiled tonight. The Youth Arts Project Deck Chair Days will see Geelong events transformed into an arena of colour in 2009. The project involves Geelong youth producing artwork with the theme The Colour of Culture. It's a celebration of the Aussie culture through deck chairs. A panel of artists, young people and dignitaries will select the designs to be printed on 150 waterproof canvas deck chairs to be set up at Geelong and Surf Coast events throughout the year. Deck chairs were chosen for their link with Australia's history and multiculturalism, as many past immigrants were recorded to have learnt the English language sitting on deck chairs aboard ships heading to Australia. The deck chairs represent local, cultural, historical and environmental messages from the young artists, as well as providing accessible and colourful seating for all to enjoy at events and festivals around Geelong. Hi, I'm here with Barry from the Geelong Community Shed. And Barry, thanks for joining us this morning.
It's fine.
Also, I'd just like to ask you, how did the Community Shed become involved with the Deck Chair Days project?
Well, I work for Diversitat, and Diversitat supports the Community Shed, and Louisa, who's organising the whole program for Paco Fest, is also involved with that. And she came to us and asked us whether we'd be able to make the frames. We didn't make the canvases, but we made the frames.
Yep. And how exactly did you go about designing the frames? Was it just a traditional deck chair design?
Yes, it was. Marty had some copies that we had a look at off the web, and we used those for a start, and then we hunted around and got some old deck chairs as well and had a good look at them to see what features we could put in ours.
Yeah, that sounds good. And did you have fun doing that?
It was really good, yes. It took a little while. It took us, we started on them I think last November, and we've made 20, put 20 together so far.
Excellent. And how many people sort of are making them?
There's about 10 to 15 on the committee at the Geelong Community Shed, but we probably had about 6 people regularly who were doing the work. One of the members took on the role, Alan King took on the role of actually planning the deck chairs and doing all the drawings and all the specifications. He made us do the work.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Thanks.
Thanks for that, Barry. Hi, I'm here with Councillor Jan Farrell, and we're talking about the Deck Chair Days project today. Jan, thanks for joining us.
Welcome. Nice to be here.
Tell me about the project.
Well, the project came out of an idea from Marty Janetsky, who works for the City of Greater Geelong in our Youth Development Unit. She travelled to London and saw a series of deck chairs there that were designed by famous people, and she brought that idea back to Geelong, sourced some funding, found some funding partners, so it was the City of Greater Geelong, Diversitat, got some funding from externals, and that's how the project started.
It's an incredibly creative project, so a very, very good idea on her part.
Absolutely. And with the involvement of lots of young people across Geelong, it's had quite an extensive involvement with lots of our community.
And what's been your specific involvement in the project, Jan?
No specific involvement. I'm probably the least artistic person that you'll meet today. My job is probably to help resource these things and also to provide support to the people who run the projects.
To make things happen, in other words?
Not on this one. I've been an innocent bystander on this one, but it's been fabulous to see the results here today.
Okay, and tell us who else is involved in the project.
Diversitat was one of the funding partners, and there was some funds sourced from a community organisation called Whole Woman. There were workshops run in schools across Geelong. There was in particular a workshop run in the Virginia Todd Centre in West Geelong, which is the part of the Paco Fest connection. Diversitat also was involved, and there were 2 women's workshops that were specifically pitched at women being involved in the project.
Very good. And are you hoping that it will bring together different community groups?
It already has, but one of the lovely things about this project it will go on and on as we have community festivals, and they might be big festivals like Paco Festa, they might be small festivals like Ocean Grove Music Festival, but these chairs will be available for use, and so we'll see them get used over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's absolutely great. So obviously the chairs are being set up at Paco Festa next week. And also, can you tell us any of the other events or festivals that they might be appearing at throughout the year?
We know that there are 20 bookings already. I'm not sure where they are at this stage, but it's quite exciting to know that before the chairs are even launched tonight, that there are 20 community groups that are interested in using them. It should tell you that it's only stage 1 of this project. We're hoping to end up with about 100 chairs altogether. So that this is just the first stage. There's 20 chairs in this stage. The artwork was designed through these workshops, but the actual deck chairs were built by Geelong Men's Shed attendees. So it's been from young people to older people. It's been a fabulous program.
Absolutely fantastic, Jan. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll be back with more after the break.